Hey, it's Chad Waterbury. I'm here with Dr. Craig Liebenson, owner of LA Sports and Spine. He's a terrific doctor who I've learned so much from over the past year and a half or so. And I want to share with you today, one thing in particular that was so beneficial to my training programs for my athletes was something I learned from Dr. Liebenson, and that was the importance of a strong quadratus lumborum, or QL as it's normally called. So, Dr. Liebenson, tell us about the function of the QL muscle.
All right, Chad, that's a good question. The QL is a muscle that I used to think of as a muscle that was prone to tightness, but Professor McGill has enlightened a lot of people about the true function of the quadratus lumborum, which is as a cornerstone of stability for the spine. So the most important function of the QL is to work with the abdominals. It's interdigitated with the oblique abdominal wall, and it provides frontal plane stability. It also works with the contralateral gluteus medius. So it can be prone to tightness when it's fatigued, when it's weak. It can get overloaded, it can be tight. But that's almost a red herring, and the most important thing is to build its strength. When we get it a little stronger, when we get circulation into it, most of the trigger points actually dissolve and melt away.
Yeah, very cool. So I was shocked by how many athletes that I tested, when I tested the strength of their QL, how many athletes had a weak QL, typically just on one side. So why do most people have a weak QL, or what is it that they're neglecting in their training, or what happens?
That's a great question. I don't know that I have the answer to that, but I have a few theories. One of the things that I think is that we focus on the sagittal plane. We focus so much on front and back movements in the gyms, all the legacy of Arthur Jones and Nautilus, front and back exercises, in particular front flexors. But the QL is a lateral stabilizer, and historically, if there was an exercise for the QL, it was a bodybuilding exercise, like doing side bends with weights and things like that, which works in its concentric function, but doesn't work it isometrically as a stabilizer. And this is a muscle which holds things together. So we want to have arms and legs moving functionally like in sports, and then see whether the QL has the capacity and the coordination to be able to control those peripheral movements. In essence, we need core stability for mobility of the periphery, and the core has to be fixed like stone so that the ball and socket joints of the hip and shoulder have something to push against.
Yeah, core stability for mobility. I love that statement. That's something I really learned from you. So we're going to look at a way to test your QL to see if it's weak, and that's what we'll get to next. So this is very special to have Dr. Liebenson here with us today. So check it out.